Hello there, hello all. I welcome you all once again to Learn with Mr. Tamuli. This is the tutorial number 2 for the chapter Knowing Our Numbers of Class 6 Mathematics. In the first tutorial, we learned a few basic concepts of decimal number system and also discussed the place values, ones, tens, hundreds with the help of some examples. In this tutorial, we shall learn about the importance of the digit 0 in decimal number system. We shall also briefly discuss about the evolution of numbers in human history. So let's begin this tutorial right away. Let us first discuss about the evolution of numbers in human history. Humans started using numbers many centuries ago, probably thousands of years ago. In the beginning, humans required numbers for counting. As they made some progress in understanding of numbers, they started using numbers for other purposes as well. One such use is for measurement. In this image, you can see a paddy field. If this plot of land in the paddy field belongs to a certain person, he needs to keep record of the length and breadth of the plot so that in case of any dispute with the owners of adjacent plots, such disputes regarding size of the plot of land could be resolved easily. So numbers can be used for the purpose of measurement of length and breadth, also for area, etc. But first and foremost, or fundamentally, numbers are used for counting. Many centuries ago, our ancestors needed numbers to keep count of their cattle. To do this, initially they may have used some symbols. For example, if you have got 25 cows, you could use a symbol somewhat like this. Let me draw the symbol for you. This symbol with 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 shall indicate 5 cows. Okay? For 25 cows, you can draw or write 5 such symbols to indicate the number of cows. This is the second one. This is the third one. Like that, you can draw 5 of them for 25. But if you have got a large number of cows, you might struggle with such a method. You may end up in a mess of counting the symbols themselves for counting your cattle. So, after many centuries of struggle and brainstorming, our forefathers finally perfected a system of numbering which is very convenient and easy to use. Yes, you are right. The system of numbering I am talking about here is the decimal number system. So, to count your 25 cows, you just write 2 symbols, a 2 and a 5 in decimal number system. With decimal number system, you can write very large numbers quite easily. This is the most sophisticated number system and is used universally today. Of course, there are other number systems as well. I'm sure you know about Roman numerals. How do you write 25 in Roman numerals? 2x and a v, isn't it? But Roman number system is not as convenient or as sophisticated as the decimal number system. And we do not use Roman number system as routinely as the decimal number system. As I have told you, it took many centuries for our ancestors to perfect the decimal number system. So you can very easily imagine that this was most definitely an enormous effort and a collective effort on the part of our ancestors. Centuries ago, it may have so happened that our forefathers were faced with the problem of counting the number of seeds in a heap of seeds like this one in this image. This is a heap of paddy seeds. Nowadays, we measure seeds in kilograms, but centuries ago, this system of measuring seeds in kilograms was not there. So, people must have tried counting seeds, even though this is really a very difficult job. And it sounds kind of foolish to try and count the number of seeds in a large heap like this one. In our language, we have a term called Bijganit. You may have heard this term. There is a branch of mathematics called algebra, and in our language, we have this term Bijganit for this branch of mathematics known as algebra. So, algebra in our language is Bijganit. Literal meaning of this term Bijganit is counting of seeds, and it is quite probable that what started as an effort to try and count the seeds in a heap resulted in development of a system of numbering or a number system, and gradually it grew into the branch of mathematics now we know as algebra or Bijganit. Whether this is true or not, we don't really know, but it is highly probable that what I have said just now is actually true. In any case, evolution of mathematics is not the topic of our discussion today. What we are discussing here is evolution of numbers. So, coming back to the problem of counting the number of seeds in a heap like this one, to be able to do so, you need a method of writing large numbers like lakhs and crores. And the answer to that challenge lies in decimal system of numerating or the decimal number system. This, in a nutshell, is the evolution of numbers in human history. People started using symbols for the purpose of counting, and as they encountered more and more difficult problems of counting, ultimately they devised the decimal number system, which is an absolutely flawless system of numerating. As I have told you, with the decimal number system, you can write very large numbers quite conveniently. In the tutorial number 1, we discussed the concept of place values in decimal number system. That is, in ones place we count one by one, in tens place we count in sets of tens, in hundreds place we count in sets of hundreds, in thousands place we count in sets of thousands, and so on. We learned this with the help of some tennis balls. This concept of place values along with the concept of zero makes the decimal number system a complete system of numerating and makes it absolutely flawless. As I have told you in the first tutorial, there are a total of 10 digits or symbols in the decimal number system, 1 to 9 and 0. With these 10 digits or symbols, you can write all the numbers, big or small. Let us now try and understand the concept of zero, or what purpose does zero serve in the decimal number system. Let us first try to understand this with the help of these two images. In the first image, there are 4 cows in a cowshed. We are therefore naming this image as 4. In the second image, the cowshed is empty. So we are naming this image as 0. So 0 in mathematics or in number system does not mean absolute vacuum. About the first image, you can say that I have got 4 cows. And for the second image, you can say that I have got 0 cows. You are not saying that I don't have cows. Instead, you are saying that I have got 0 cows. Why so? Because you still have the cowshed. The moment you get, say, 6 cows from somewhere, or you purchase them and keep them in the cowshed, name of this image shall change to 6 from 0. From this example, we can say that 0 is performing the task of reserving the place for your cows. In other words, we can say that 0 fulfills the need for a placeholder in number system. I think we'll be able to understand this further with the help of a numerical example. So let's quickly do that. In this example, we have a number 204. As we know, name of this number is 204. As per the basic concept of decimal number system we have learned, we can call or name this number as 200s, 0 tens, and 4 ones or something like that. But this will be an unnecessarily long and difficult name. So we simply call this number as 204. For convenience and simplicity, we are omitting the 0 in its name. But that's absolutely harmless, because if you tell me that I have got 204 tennis balls, or if you write it in words like this, I can immediately understand that you have two sets of 100 balls plus these 4 balls. But if you write it in numerals or figures, you cannot omit the 0. If you just write 2 and a 4 to say that you have got 204 tennis balls, I'll think that you have got two sets of 10 balls plus 4 balls. That is 24 balls. That will be a mistake. So you must write 204. This will make me understand that you have got two sets of 100 balls, no sets of 10 balls plus 4 balls. So the 0 in tens place here is reserving the place for you in case you add more balls to your kitty. So let's see what happens when you add 27 more balls to the 204 that you already have. Let's see this in the form of an animation. As you have seen in the animation, because the 0 in tens place kept the place reserved, we were able to accommodate the 3 sets of 10 balls when we added 27 more balls to the stock of 204. So I hope you have now understood how 0 serves the purpose of a placeholder in decimal number system. With this, I would like to conclude this tutorial number 2. But before that, let us have a look at the summary of this tutorial. Fundamentally, we use numbers for counting. In all probability, numbers were first created by humans many centuries ago for this basic purpose. Nowadays, we use numbers for all sorts of scientific purposes, along with core uses like counting, measurement, timekeeping, etc. Decimal number system is the most convenient and most sophisticated number system and is used universally in the modern world. 0 is a very important digit in the decimal number system. Without it, the number system is incomplete. 0 serves the purpose of a placeholder. In the next tutorial, that is in the tutorial number 3, we shall get an introduction to Roman numerals, and we shall briefly discuss the history of decimal number system. You will be happy to know that development and use of decimal number system first took place in India, and that is why this system is also called the Hindu-Arabic system. So let's meet in the next tutorial. Thanks for watching.